All right, Matt. First of all, congratulations. I got to tell a quick story about Matt. I didn't tell him about this. Yeah, I didn't tell him about this when we talked, but the first time I met Matt was probably at the PGA Junior League Section Championships. I don't know, it was right after COVID. And I hope this doesn't offend you. He walks up to me. He's got the two-tone shirt on. He's got the blue Junior League, the orange Junior League shirt. He's got the Raleigh Fingers mustache. And he comes up and he's like, Jason, I'm Matt Montecucco. It's nice to meet you. I'm after you, and I'm going to win the Youth Development Award. I'm going to beat you soon. I'm like, who is this guy? I'm like, he comes up to me like that. I'm like, oh, okay. After watching Matt for the week and know what he's doing, I saw how impressed that he cared about the kids and all the stuff he did. And I want to say I'm very proud of you and what you've done. And even though you came up to me like that, I really appreciate what you're doing. So congratulations. Yeah. Quick story. Yeah. That's actually a pretty impressive shirt that you got there. I think you should update it, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't got the new shirt yet.
So let's get to know you a little bit, Matt. Where are you from? After I got to interview you, I saw that you had a 509 area code. There's a lot of good golf professionals from the 509. Where are you from?
I'm from Spokompton, Washington, born and raised. That's pretty much it.
All right, he's from Spokane. All right, so tell us a little bit, how did you get into the business to become a golf professional?
Because I knew how to play golf. No, so I actually got into golf when I was 10 years old. My grandpa came to one of my soccer games, and he actually said this, and this is quote, do you know why you're the goalie? I was like, no. Yeah, it's because you're the slowest one out there. I'm like, okay. He's like, let me show you a real sport. He took me to a 9-hole golf course in the Spokane Valley. It was called Painted Hills. It's no longer there. Housing development taking it over. And I just was able to hit a golf ball. And that's just kind of like the light bulb for me. And it was fun. And then as I got into high school, I got onto the golf team. And then I was like, man, what am I going to do for college and after college? And I was like, looking. And then I found out I could go to college for golf. I could then get out of college and then teach golf or play golf. And I was like, dude, I think I found what I want to do. So then I went to the University of Idaho, did golf management there. And after I graduated in 2014, Gary Lindeblad actually gave me my first job at Indian Canyon.
So that was my next question. Is there any golf professionals you looked up to, you learned, or anything that led you to where you're at today?
So we got to start with Gary Lindeblad. He was, of course, my first PGA professional that invited me to work as a golf professional. And he kind of gave me the classic PGA professionals, like make sure your shoes are polished, your pants are no wrinkles. It was just really cool to get the image and understand who, what, where, when. And then my wife, my beautiful wife, Brittany, her whole family is over here in Puyallup, and we found out that we were having a baby, and her support system was a lot bigger over here, plus year-round golf. So I was able to find a golf course over in this area, and I was actually the head professional at Lake Spanaway Golf Course for a little while, and it was a little challenging because of all the things that you had to deal with that you weren't actually sure about. I describe it as a bulletproof vest. Anytime someone stubs your toe, the head professional deals with it. And the first thing I did is, and this is where I called Ryan. Okay, I was on the driving range in a lesson, and one of my employees came up to me and it's like, hey, sorry to bother you, but we have a prowler in the parking lot. They have a 9-inch knife and a screwdriver. I'm like, cool. Did you call the cops? Like, no, I came to tell you about it. I'm like, all right, fine. I look at my student. This was so perfect. I'm not making this up. He literally cracks his neck. He's like, let's go. I'm like, what? It was, welcome to Lake Spanaway, you guys. So I call Ryan, and I'm like, Ryan, I think all I want to do is teach instead of go and fight criminals in the parking lot. And he's like, let's talk. So Ryan's officially my new mentor. He's literally the man.
Well, speaking of Ryan, I got the privilege to play a practice round with him today. We should do a GoFundMe to help him get a tie for this coat and tie event. Oh, okay. I don't know who let him in the doors, but all right. Moving on. Junior golf's your passion. Can you tell us where your passion comes from for junior golf?
I would say it's kind of like being a parent. You always want to make sure that you do it better than how you had it. And when I was a junior, I was blessed to have multiple instructors. They just said, do this, this, and this, and you're going to be fine. But I'm like, okay, I'm doing this, this, and this, and it's not working. And my goal is to just really try to get the light bulb to come on. Try to make it fun. Because if something is fun, then you want to do it over and over and over. And I was super lucky to have this happen just recently. One of the things that I like to do for Junior League is a personal invitation to invite them to our Junior League team. And we're open to the public, but when you open a letter and it's handwritten to your name, says who, what, where, when, and it says, I would like for you to represent Chambers Bay and to be on our Junior League team. It's like, I just wish I got a letter saying that my golf course would like me to represent their course on the golf course. And, I just want that special feeling. And every time a kid comes for Junior League, I have flags, I have banners, because I want them to know that this is there for them. If you feel special, then you want to be here. So my goal is to make sure it's fun no matter what.
Good. So we all know you do a very great job with Junior League and all that. Is there any other excellent programs you do there at Chambers Bay that one that I can take some notes of?
One new program that I started last year, it's beginner family golf. So we all do PGA family golf and play golf with your family. And I was just looking in the mirror and I'm just like, what are we doing for the families? We got all these programs for juniors, we got all these programs for adults, but we don't necessarily have something for the whole family to go and do together. We have, fun tournaments, so I was like, well, let's just see what happens. So I created a beginner golf class for your family. So we got adults, we got kids, the whole kit and caboodle, and it's just built for 4 hour-and-a-half lessons. And the last class, we go and play about 3 holes and in a scramble format, and they're just blown out of the water that an adult can literally learn the same information defined differently that their kids are. And when an adult plays a kid's game, they're like, oh, this is cool. Well, I want to beat you, and they're trying to beat their kids at golf, and the kids are trying to beat the adults, and they're like, ha, gotcha. And it's fun to get them motivated and playing as a family.
That's cool. Last question I got for you. I've been in your position for a long time, and I obviously switched roles, and I've had a lot of younger people come up to you and say, how can I do what you're doing? And the first thing I say is, you need to find a smart, beautiful wife to support you. And I want you to speak on that.
Coaching moment.
All right. Well, you didn't mention that one either. I'm beyond grateful for my wife because of the amount of time that I am at the golf course and in my golf shed trying to answer emails from parents. Without my wife, literally none of this is at all possible. I'm not going to have the time. I don't have the energy. Without her and my support system, and the local families. Being a PGA professional is time-consuming and challenging, but it's all about making sure that it's fun, because if I'm having fun doing it, then it's a little easier to navigate those rough waters.
Well, with that said, let's congratulate Mrs. Montecucco with the 2025 Youth Player Development Award.